Okay, so the planetary stuff that's happening, let's chat about that because I know there's stuff going on. I don't think I'm really tapping into it as much, but I know something's up.
Yeah. Well, and I didn't write down all the notes there. I have been posting and trying to repost and reshare some astrologers I like to follow that can break it down a bit more. But
Yeah.
Chiron's in the sign of Taurus now, and so if you do your astrology charts and your Chiron is in Taurus, and guess what? Found out mine was. This is especially transformative for you in the you have no choice kind of way.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah.
yeah, but it's all supposed to be good. It's
Mm-hmm.
just it now is the time, and I feel like it's really, we've talked about this a little. It's been starting really since April.
Mm-hmm.
This forced transformation and purging and shifting, and it's curious to see over these past few months what was purged, you know,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I mean, how do you, when you look back at this last 4 months, is it curious to you as well? I mean, I didn't expect some things I expected, some things I did not.
No, I think for me, what I've noticed probably in the last 4 months, what April, May, June, now July. So even up until March, I guess. I think I knew it was coming, especially with the how do you say, the company restructuring. I mean, I knew it was coming. I just didn't know exactly when. But I think for me, I was just like, okay, so we know that this is not going to pan out the way that we thought it was going to pan out. So what do we do from here? And I think even I showed you, I even posted it on one of the socials that the word grief keeps on coming up. I mean, I saw it in a big old, guys. If you haven't seen my post, you probably won't see it. But I was on a story. I was driving back home. We're driving back home from Alabama. We went to go see some friends in a concert because I was on sabbatical. I call it sabbatical. I don't say I was company restructured. I say I'm on sabbatical.
You're
And
expanding opportunities.
exactly, yeah. So I'm literally behind this big truck and I'm not really paying attention in that sense. Of course, of the verbs and the verbiage it's on the truck. And then I just like looked and I'm like, does that really say grief?
Oh, did see that, and it was so
Yeah.
random, just on a white truck, the word grief in the back. I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
all right, well, they're getting real loud with you.
They're getting super loud, and there was no additional text on the truck because I was behind him and then I passed him to the side. And it just said grief in green letters, just really big. And I said, okay, Queen, I get it. I understand. I have to recognize these signs that keep coming up and not ignore them because I'm not gonna lie, and I have been. Because of what, guys? My favorite four-letter word. Is it four? Yeah, it's four. Fear. Because what we don't know how it's going to pan out. We don't know how it's going to go. So we're fucking chicken shit. But this is the thing that has been following me since day one.
I feel like
Really.
trust is a master class.
Yo. It 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 is. It should be. Where is it? Can I
So
find
the
it?
universe is like, oh, we already have you signed up for major curriculum.
Yeah.
Super.
Super.
Wow.
So for me, that was kind of just the like that stamp of approval. Like, yeah, girl, like it's there, and it's so funny that I'm saying this now and you're bringing this up. Is that we love Madam Adam,
We
Madam
do. He's
Adam.
been so sassy this past week, though.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if it was yesterday or today. and he was saying about the tarot. He's like, all the things you see, the signs, like, it's over with the signs. Stop looking for a sign. Stop, waiting for a sign. The shit's there. You got to do what you got to do. Basically, in layman's words, I'm like, oh, I, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I feel like in that same reading, he said something to the tune of, and no one's going to help you. This is you. You do this, okay?
Yeah,
There's no one's going to come and rescue you. This is you, queen or babe or one of the amazing things he
yeah,
says. But I was just like, ooh, okay, yes, right. I got
right.
this. And so, yeah, yeah, interesting.
And I think for me, it's always, I think I get not lost, but I'm like, okay, what's the direction that would be most beneficial? I don't want to say should. I said, what's the direction that would be most beneficial for me to go towards,
Yeah.
and to be, not only successful, but also to, hello, people, let's get real, make a living.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's
Yeah.
of an aspect of the wounded healer. It's a whole nother
Hmm.
conversation. It's universe wants you supported in all ways.
Yeah.
Why not? We can share more of our light if we're supported, not stressed, right?
Hmm. And money is a tool. It is not the end all be all things. It is a tool to be able to do, yes, the fun and cool things, and the necessities and all that stuff, but also to be able to help others.
Hmm.
It
It's
doesn't have to
very
be
hard when you're
monetary, but,
drowning.
yes, for sure. For sure. Because we're like, okay, what do I have to do next? What do I have to do next? What do I have to do next?
Yep.
How can I pay this? How can I do this? And, luckily I have, you know, it's a pain in the ass for sure, but I'm very lucky that we've had this conversation. And I said, look, this is not, this is not the situation that I wanted to have at hand. This is what it is. Like, what do we do? He's like, you got to do what you have to do for yourself. I said, okay. He's like, we're going to be fine. Like, I don't want you to stress. I don't want you to freak out. I don't want you to do anything, which, all in all, is a really different conversation than what we had maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, I'm like, okay, okay. So it's interesting. Um, but it's also like, for me, I'm like, okay, well, so what can I do? What do I do? How do I do? You know what I mean? Because I'm that type of person that, for lack of a better term, when it comes to stuff like this, like, I like the structure of things. I like the, going to an office or going to this, like, again, this is the project, this is what I got to work on. I think for me, the reason why maybe I like that is because I'm so focused on that, I don't have to think about anything else.
Oh, yeah. I mean, work is an absolute wonderful way to avoid. It's one of my
Yeah.
negative habits, I guess you'd say,
Yeah.
or yeah,
And I
something
never
like
I
that.
never thought about this until this conversation right
Traits,
now.
habits, yeah.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
trait. Yeah. The best things that the things that we're so amazing and good at could also be a downfall for us.
yeah.
You know?
Oh,
Yeah.
spirit thumbs up comes.
Spirit thumbs
Whoop,
up.
whoop.
Agreeing with me. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
I mean, I
But
know that anytime I was in crisis, I went to work and I would make, and I thought about this the other day. When I made the most money during the rotations and cycles is when there was an emotional crisis going on. And I'm like, but that's not healthy either.
no.
Because that is pouring every ounce of your energy into that to avoid the other. And yes, I was financially prosperous in that moment, but it's still not where I want to be. So I want to do this better and different.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's a curious when you start looking at it in the cycles through your life and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's honestly, like, it's bananas. Like, I never really thought about it until, like, we're having this conversation right now. Like, everything is like boop boop boop
That's why
clicking.
ghost bubbles come up. Whee!
Exactly.
Ding
Exactly.
ding. Now we need
But
sound.
I do have a question.
Yes.
So, is there a nice kind of quick explanation for not only the audience but also for myself? This Chiron situation, what is this? Is this what is
It's
it?
funny you say that. I pulled it up here on the new I rearranged my desk and I have a nice prop here. I pulled up my documents on my phone so that I could wait until the moment you asked me, and apparently
Yay,
you asked me.
merci beaucoup.
All right. So a little bit about it. I'm going to read this off of my notes here.
Hmm.
Chiron in Taurus is an astrological transit that focuses on healing our relationships with self worth, the body, material resources, and the natural world. This cycle asks us to confront where we feel unfulfilled or unworthy of comfort and to slowly dismantle deep seated fears regarding scarcity and financial security. It's not funny, guys. It's just hitting home. Okay.
Okay.
And all right, a little bit more here. Because Taurus governs the physical plane and sensory experiences, this long term transit directly addresses how we care for ourselves and what we truly value. Core themes of this period include things like reconnecting with your physical body, like somatic healing and breath work, and really like just reconnecting with not trying to escape, as we were talking about like 5 minutes, 4 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Financial resources and security, healing generational trauma around that, which is something, and anxieties tied to the scarcity mindset. Um, Connection to earth and strengthening your bond with nature, food, and the environment. That's so much, not so much a problem with me, but those first two are
Hmm.
really something. And this will hit differently for everyone, but apparently, and I reran my astrology thing, and when I found that, I'm like, oh, you're kidding me. My Chiron is in Taurus, so this hits me harder than the norm because it's literally going after my stuff, so to speak.
Now, when you say you reran
Astrology.
your astrology, so where can one do that? So I've had the human design, which I super grateful for Ashley, but I still don't understand it. And this is a conversation. She's out of the country right now, so we'll have a chat when she gets back. But running your astrology chart, what would be the best way to, number one, to be able to run it and to find where your is it your Chiron or is it Chiron in general? Is it based only on your sign or this is more of a collective?
Well, Chiron is like an asteroid. You know, have the planets and the asteroids.
Ah,
So
okay.
everyone, it connects into their birth chart. But mine specifically, my date of birth, it happens to be in Taurus, so it hits harder because Chiron has moved into Taurus. So it's like a laser focus
Ah,
hit to me,
eso.
but
Okay.
others as well that are might be in Taurus. There's someone in Mystic that also is in Taurus as well. So she'll be going through things. I'm going to answer that, but one quick
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
the dates. June 19th, it entered into Taurus for kind of an initial preview. September 17th, it retrogrades back to Aries just to wrap up old identities. And then it starts moving back in permanently back into Taurus until like 2033. So, long story short,
Oh my God.
we've entered a master class and we will be amazing. I mean, we're going
Okay,
to
so
live
so
and work
hold
this stuff out. Yep.
hold that thought. So I was re-listening to the astrologist from Colombia that had
Mhm.
given me a reading in 2019 and I wrote something down. This is
Okay.
so crazy.
Also, I have links so everyone that listens to the podcast and you yourself, it's just a free report you can do. You can do more advanced paid ones, but you can get everything you need on this free report. And I'll give you the link. You can add in notes.
Yes, please, because that is most definitely needed. Oh, where did it say? Where did I write down? 'Cause it was telling me that he was telling me that my transit is basically like, this is the start of my year. This year, 2026, is by the end of this year until literally, he said, my dying days,
Oh my.
that this yes, like, this is how intense it was, and he was saying in 2032 as well, so something, and I wrote it down, and I can't find it in my notes. But he was saying that this year, this is the start of basically the thing I was put on here to earth to do.
What year were you born?
To 1982.
Says here, for those who were born between May 1976,
Mhm.
I'm September 1976, still counts apparently, and mid 1983, this transit marks your first Chiron return, an important milestone focused on stepping into your inherent value. That might tie into what you're saying, but you're
Yeah.
in the group, at least according to this. So you got
Yeah.
in our group. Yay.
Yay.
Whee! So fun.
Yay.
Super fun. Woo, yay, yay, yeah. Rah, rah. But yes,
Holy crap.
they were saying, yours were saying, sorry, I interrupted.
No, 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 but that's what he was saying, and I think so. This is my conundrum, if you will.
Mm,
My conundrum is this, and I get itchy when I'm nervous, right? So, FYI, people. So if you see me
FYI.
scratching my neck or my arms, you know something's up. I think for me, it's like, okay, I have this awesome platform, right? Like, what do I do with it? I think that's really, it's just so weird. That's, I think, my okay, trying to figure everything out, right? Because I am a little type A when it comes to stuff like this.
Hmm.
It's like, oh, it has to be this, it has to be this, it has to be this way, it has to be that way. And I know, guys, I understand that it's not always going to be like that, and that's fine. But I think it's more like there's so many things that are possible. It's like, okay, well, what's give me a little nudge in the direction, like, where do I go? You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. Um, uh, that's the reason that I, couple weeks ago, came to this new awareness because I was in a moment with my business and
Mhm.
it's not scalable as it's set up and it doesn't feel good. It feels
Mhm.
very piecemeal. It doesn't feel like it truly highlights the work that I've put in over the last 16 years, the wisdom I've gained,
Yeah.
the impact that people have shared with me. None of that is visible. Um, and it's not just that, it's just there's a feeling inside, like you're
Mhm.
saying, where you're like, this I want something to feed my soul. Where do we go from here? That sort of thing. And that is when the new plan, I had to um kind of journal a little bit on
Okay.
if I could pick one thing, what would I want this to be? Like my legacy. What would I want this to be,
Ooh, I like that.
going forward? Um and I think overall over services, over what I wanted, and something also that if I had stepped away, it could still exist
Run.
in
Yeah,
some
yeah.
format, and perhaps even allow other people to be under the hood of that format and do things and teach things and stuff. And so that is where the vision of the Lightworker Path Academy has come through, where
Mhm.
there will be services, but it is not just a class here and there. There's a structure
Yeah,
um, to it and a foundation in a way that people can say, okay, it's more clarity and that sort of thing. And so my answer was um, teaching more than anything else. So that was,
yeah.
and so I worked with, Chatty Cathy, and we worked some things out. And I was talking to a couple people, and that's where it's going from here instead of just, do you want to book a session? Of course, they're available because
Yeah.
there's that. But
Mhm.
the big part of it is the system now.
I love that.
So I guess why I'm sharing this is
Mhm.
I was feeling some kind of way close to what you're saying as of late. And I do think it has everything to do with all the changes because it's very interesting that we're both feeling this way. And I don't think we're
Yeah.
the ones. Um, and so looking at a very large scope, I guess, helps you
Mhm.
narrow it back down. Like, what would you want to be known for, so to speak, if you were to look back or
Yeah. Yeah.
how, and not even ego mine. I know the words are cliche.
Mm-mm.
Like, what would you want to have gifted the world? Something like that. I don't know.
I like that.
So when you think about that, I think you're going to admit it. You're like, don't put me on the spot, woman.
And it's not I don't know, what I want to do. I like having conversations. I like telling the stories. I like
Exactly
hearing
right
other
there.
people's, yeah.
I was going to say, telling people stories.
Mhm.
I can't speak for you, but that's what came when I think of you and for you forever. The beauty of telling people stories, having people be heard and seen. But that's
Yeah.
just my opinion and how I'm vibing off of you. So
No, but that's what I mean, not for nothing. I've been doing it for so far with the podcast, we're going on 4 years or 5 years. I don't even remember it at this point. I think,
yeah, 'cause
and
yeah, oh,
right?
more than that. Were we before COVID or
Oh, we
after? Oh, well, okay, no, because it would have been like 2020 or 2021, probably.
think it was 21. So we're going
Oh,
on
five.
6. So
Yes.
5 or 6. I don't know.
No,
Anyway,
we're in 5 now. I think we're
we're
going on 6 in maybe November.
so it was 2020.
It was something around there, maybe, right? I don't know. A long while. A
Yes.
decade.
Yes.
Half a
Yes.
decade.
Oi. Oi.
Oy!
Fuck. But I think that is always been like my way. That has always been my MO. It is telling the stories, whether it's of a brand or an owner or whatever, is creating the stories and helping tell the stories. And
Giving a voice.
yeah,
Does that feel good everywhere?
that yeah,
You write that down.
I love that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to seed anything. This is when I like
No, no,
the
that's
energy
it.
pick
This
up
has
on you.
been
Yeah.
going, going,
That's
going, going.
just when I tap into your essence, that's what I feel. That's what I hear. And it's a beautiful thing. And I was having conversation on 4th of July, excuse me, um, with someone about the power of listening to people and allowing them to talk and actually pay attention, like in sessions. Um,
Hmm.
Actually, my friend Kelly, and she's talking about psychology sessions. I was talking about my
Yeah.
sessions. And the most impactful ones are where you just listen and you let them have a voice to heal.
Yeah.
And then I shove it over to you with the mic.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Uh,
and I think that's maybe,
Throat chakra.
with all the yeah, right, what's happening here. I think with all the people that I've met over the last, even let's just take the last 8 months, I'm I want to know their stories, not because of for a corporate reason or whatever, but I'm like, how the fuck did you get from this to, what you're doing now? And it's predominantly a lot of the ladies that I've met, which is super cool, and that's where I want to take this, and I want to be able to, grow this.
Yeah, because it not only serves a beautiful purpose for the person telling the story, but those listening to it can be inspired. They can connect. they can feel some. So it's multifaceted and how it
Mhm.
can bring, levels of healing, I think, to people and
Yeah.
levels of connection.
And another thing that he said, the astrologist or jur? I never remember, and this is I've talked about him many times.
I don't know, actually. That's a good question. I've heard it both ways, and
Yeah, same.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Mm,
Curious. But
okay.
that's something that he had said that it's in my chart, like how he read it and all that stuff. And I didn't tell him anything. He didn't know about Dirk. He didn't know about Kai. He didn't know any of the situation. And he was saying, he's like, it is embedded in you of where there's a social cause, a political cause, or a spiritual cause. He's like, communication, like that is your thing. And it has to do everything with other people's suffering.
I mean, well, right there is a loose description.
And for the longest time, I was like, oh, because I work with amputees, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
No,
No.
it was a step.
It was a step, it was an understanding, it was a door or a window or whatever opening into a room like, okay, this is what happens. This is how they feel. This is what it is. Are you able to deal with this heavy stuff? Good. Okay. Let's keep it moving.
Yep, yep. Soul contracts, part of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think for everyone listening to this, I invite you to take a look if you're feeling this at this point in time as well, this kind of push that, or maybe not even a push, just a feeling for a few weeks there, I just felt lost. And
Mm-hmm.
like, it's a weird feeling for me because usually I have something I'm working on, right? But
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, oh gosh, what's wrong with me? I don't much care about anything. I'm being transparent with everybody. I was like, I don't, what, I've
Yeah.
lost my fire for stuff. What's
Mm-hmm.
going on? Do I need to do something completely different? What happened? It's been 16
Yes.
years of this, and now I'm feeling kind of just not attached to anything. And I think it was some sort of gestation period for this other. I don't know. It's still evolving, but if you're feeling it, take a look at these things that bring you that fire inside. What and take it in that large level, and then weed it down to something that you
Mm-hmm.
can start now.
And I like that you say this because it's like you have been in this realm for 16 years, and these are very much a lot of symptoms of also burnout.
Yes, and I thought that was happening too, and then I felt some kinda way,
Mhm.
like, almost an embarrassment, like, how could I this is my life, how could I be burnt out? And then I was like, "Is it the type of clients? Is it this? Is it my" and
Yeah.
you start to feel maybe it's just women, I don't know, but I know I was feeling guilty for feeling burnt out.
Yeah. And I
And
think
then
the reason why maybe we get burnout, and I'm this is just a hypothetical. I could be wrong, but I think it has something to do with it. Is it and this is also something that has been repeating and I've been seeing a lot and lot of is the statement, what got us here won't get us there.
correct.
So even though that this is your calling, this is your thing, the way that it was happening, it was an overload because that process, the way that was going, that wheel is like, okay, the tires are getting lower, the tires are getting lower because you're pushing so hard on it, pushing so hard. Okay, this is awesome. This is still what I want to do, but I don't know if I can do it anymore. So that
And
I
then it
think
has to
was
transform.
has to transform.
Yeah. And I was feeling this before I even heard about the Chiron thing. That came up on something online. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, let me research. Oh my gosh, that's happening like right now. And I'm like, it gave me a peace, you know, because I was like, okay, it is part of I'm supposed to be feeling this,
Yeah,
and
totally.
so the
Yeah.
guilt, I was able to let that go, which is very
Hmm.
important to move forward. Um, So then I was like, well, what do I want? And the more I started thinking about that, the more I became self full. I'm not going to say selfish. I'm going to say
Mhm.
self full. I started to say, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm
Yeah.
doing it because of routine, because of feeling like I, air quotes, should be doing it.
Mhm.
It's old rules. It's outgrown. It's just
Yeah.
on a zombie rotation right now, baby. There was no fire in there. And I'm like, I'm
Mhm.
just gonna not. And I just
No, I
roughly did.
fucking love that because that statement you just said, old rules. That is something that even now I see. I'm like, okay, I don't fit into that box of that, whatever the job, the thing, whatever. I'm like, I've done so much more, but how do I put that on paper? And I'm like, okay, Steph, like, why are you even trying that? Like, why? You know what I mean? Because of, again, four letter word, because of fear, because of habit, because I need this, because I'm coming from a state of lack, and which is fine. Right now, that's how I feel, but that's right now.
Mhm.
If I just let that go and focus, on other things, which is the thing I need to be focusing on anyway, because this fucking signs are like smack dab in my face, like, hello, lady, where you at? What's happening?
They started all sneaky squirrel with Anubis, and now they're just writing the words on back of trucks for you. They're just
Yeah.
like, forget it.
They're like, girl.
They're like, all right, GR. But,
Yeah.
and you say, I just have to let it go. And I'm sure there's someone out there listening to this going, oh, yeah, right. Like it's that easy. But I'm going to counter that with
Mhm.
my best tactic to do that is to understand why it exists. And when it
Yeah.
talks about this transit is focusing on healing our relationship with self-worth and material resources, that is dead on in that. And
Totally.
so I can let it go because I know this is supposed to happen. I'm supposed to just feel through this and find the way. There's nothing better I'm supposed to be doing than this right now.
Than this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
there's a
it's
peace that
tough.
I get from that.
Yeah. Yeah. It is hard. It is hard because we are so the old rules were you do this, you get a job, you get this, you get that, you get that. You focus on this, you do the one thing and you do the one thing until you fucking can't do it anymore. You retire and you can't go anywhere because you're too old.
Love it.
But let's fucking be real with it. Like this is I'm not saying don't quit your day job. Okay. We all need insurance. Don't quit your day job. But don't also be afraid of doing that thing that is calling for you.
Yeah.
And don't
It's
and
not one
don't
or
be
the other.
afraid. It's not one or the other. And for so very long, I was like, this is it. Only this, because I can't do anything else, because I can't really focus on anything else. And prime example is I was doing real estate for so long, right? Doing fantastic. And then I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I let that fall by the wayside. And I went to go get a regular people job. And instead of, dripping people so I can, planting seeds on the other side. So just in case this thing maybe didn't work out, which lo and behold, it did not. And I knew that from the beginning, but I still went anyway because I needed to get some things done.
And
Hail
you did that.
insurance. And I did that.
And you did that. So that was not wasted. This was a part of a step in
No, it
the plan.
was definitely not wasted. No, not at all. No, super grateful. And now I'm like, okay, well, should I go finish, should I keep doing that? But it's not, even though the money is great, like that just doesn't feel good. Doesn't It's not sitting right with me.
Yeah.
And you'll notice it if you really start paying attention, guys. Like, and it took me so long, even now to this day, don't lie. It took me so long to figure out, okay, I know this is not where I'm supposed to be. I know that this is not what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah. You know, it's we get wrapped into stuff, and we think sometimes, myself included, when I talk, it's usually because I'm doing it too.
Hmm.
We'll just get that right there, ahead of time. But when we choose certain things that aren't in alignment, but they're available right now to get us through certain way, we kind of it's patchwork. It's got a timestamp
Yeah.
already on it. And if we go into it knowing that as a bump, that's one mindset
Hmm.
energetically. But if we go into it thinking, no, 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 I'm ignore every signs. This is going to work. This is going to be it long term. There's two different ways to go into it. And with the economy and everything the way it is, I totally understand version A, right? No,
Totally.
this
Hmm.
is to get ahead here. I'm still keeping my vision there. And the key is not to drop the original vision.
Yeah.
Plan time and energy to allow for both to happen. Cause, this A could support the vision growing until the vision can take over as the major plan, if that makes
Hmm.
sense.
Yeah.
But to go in, and I do see this happen a lot, and I have been guilty in the past as well, of going into this plan B thinking, no, 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 I can make it work. I can make it work. It's going to be better. I can make it work when everything in your body is saying, who you kidding, kid?
Yeah.
Who you fooling? And it's just a matter of time. And then it hits when it just kind of blows up and you sit
Hmm.
there and you feel some kind of way because you're like, you get all in the I shoulds. I shoulda.
Yeah.
I shoulda. I shoulda. Should. And then you get into this energy that you gotta clear out and dump out. So that's
It's
just
the expectation. That's what it
yeah.
is. The
And
expectation of like, oh,
we're
we
trying
can
to
fix
force
this.
something,
Hmm.
and we know better. I mean, it is, but I think mindset is where the key is there.
Yeah.
That's the thing, and hopefully I'm somewhat clear on that. You can do the thing no matter what, but if you're trying to fool yourself into thinking that's going to be the thing, that's when you run into trouble. But if you're using it as a tool for the greater vision, then that usually works out okay.
For sure.
'Cause
Yeah.
when it goes away, then you're like, okay, bye, next. Thanks for that opportunity, that little step ahead, or that insurance, or that whatever.
Yeah.
On to the next, and you don't get
Hmm.
all that shoulda stuck in your system.
Yeah. The whys and the why nots, and I should have done this and I could have done
That
that, and
self
blah, blah, blah.
worth stuff. It all you got to work out that creepy stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, queen, I know.
Man, I hate it. I hate it. It's been flaring up during since April, and this is not something I regularly, for the past 6 years dealt with, but
Hmm.
it's been flaring up. And I ask, why? What's going on? What am I doing different? Like everything seems okay, relationships around the world and friends and but I think it has everything to do with this planetary stuff and our purpose. And for those in this group, the universe says, now we're doing this. We're
Yeah.
dealing with this. Maybe not all of it, but we've had a little break. We want to get some big stuff done here because we have a big move for you to make. So I keep thinking on the other side of this, we're going to have something very interesting, you know, um, grow from this. So that's just my perspective.
So going back to the Chiron thing until September, and then it
Well,
goes to Aries, and then it comes back.
yes, it says September 17th, right around there. It retrogrades back to Aries to wrap up
Gotcha.
old identity healing work. So when we're also been talking a little bit about identity because we're talking about our projects and who we're going to
Mhm.
present ourselves as, so to speak, to the world. Um,
Yeah.
so there's a bit of wrapping that up towards throughout the rest of the year from September, on through. And then it says around spring, um, Taurus is permanently just going to be in Chiron. So basically, let's just, well, not permanently till 2033. So a long time. We'll just put it that
Yeah,
way,
yeah, yeah.
or
Yeah,
a
yeah,
decade or so, whatever.
yeah.
So in my mind, with this information, I think, okay, let's just concentrate on we're in Taurus or Chiron Taurus, right, for the next decade.
Mhm.
And there's going to be an extra emphasis on identity this fall. That's how my brain's taking that
Yeah.
information.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
throwing that little sprinkle on top, which is kind of perfect for what I'm working on. I didn't know the identity thing, but it falls in perfect alignment with what I am doing.
Mhm. Yeah.
I dare I say successfully to manifest it.
Yes, you
Um,
shall dare.
yes, because it is adjusting the identity of
Mhm.
what I identify, and the level I identify at. And part of that is claiming the self-worth of this, of saying, hey, Jamie, you have invested a lot of money and you've done a few things. And although your ego mind says, yeah, well, you still make mistakes, it tries to get you so that you just push away from that wisdom word. You push away from that teacher word a little.
Mhm.
And so I'm addressing those little demons, with a little d,
Yeah, 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 for sure.
and saying, actually, you're wrong. And this is what I am fully going to embrace all of this because why not?
Right. Exactly. Why not?
Why
Why
not?
not
My
you?
God, what else do I need to do to embrace it, Jamie?
Mhm.
Look in the mirror and say that to myself. What else do you need to do, woman?
Yeah.
You
Why
can
not you?
be
I love it.
growing and teaching at the same time.
As isn't everybody? Hello?
I I mean, we're ever evolving if we're doing it good, if we're doing
Mhm.
it right. I know I'm silly today. I know. I just got to get back into the.
No, I love it.
Yeah. So that's just
But
my. Yeah.
but it's true, it's yeah, it's just yeah,
I think
because
that's a
we
great
are.
exercise. I think I'm gonna try it. How about you? Stand in front of
Yeah.
that mirror. I'm gonna close the bathroom door because I don't want anybody else to see me do it. My business. My business. Mind your business. Um, and I'm gonna say, why not? And look myself right in the eyes and see what answers.
Ooh,
Jot that down and start having a little journal conversation with that. Because I
yeah,
have a feeling Mrs. Stanky's gonna come out and I'm gonna have to give him a schooling. Yep, it happens. So there's that. What do you think
it
about that?
does. I that's it's a lot.
You're like, I couldn't tell what your face is, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, she don't want to do that.
No, 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 and the reason the face is there because, she probably doesn't wanna do that, let's be real. But that's what needs to be done because it's funny that we're talking about this now because this was already like a couple of weeks ago. I was like, I need to have a conversation with myself. And I used to do this back in the day, guys. I don't know if you've been with us for a long time or haven't been with us for a long time. I used to videotape myself. I used to, put the video on, put it to myself, and have conversations because maybe I wasn't ready to talk to Jamie about it. Maybe I wasn't ready
That's
to talk
okay.
to whoever about it, but I needed to have that conversation with myself. And what I did notice, and I haven't done this in a really long time, and this is I think why this is kind of popping up, is the that faux story, that fake story that I had created in my head was coming out and coming out and coming out. I was like, no, this is not me.
No.
And it's hard to swallow that pill, guys, but I promise you, you try this today, you'll be like, "What the fuck?"
You're gonna learn a lot, and you're gonna learn a lot about yourself. and about
Mhm.
what you really, and we want to do this without judgment. You're going to let
Mhm.
the little sassy mouth come out,
Yep.
but don't judge your reaction. Just let it come out, because there are hidden things that if you don't fully just open up to doing this, you'll still hide them. And we
Yeah.
want to shine that flashlight in every corner of every room and see the good, bad, and the ugly. So now
Yeah.
address it. And you will be
So we know what
surprised.
we're dealing with, guys.
I know. When you're talking, I pulled this card up. I just flipped over to this card. It says Sacred Realm, number 33.
Mm.
Um, is on the card. Enter your sacred space to tune into the portal of your heart.
I mean, come on.
I can't make this up.
You
I
can't make this
literally
shit
cut
up.
the deck and did like this. I, yep. You don't hear anything. We're doing hand gestures. So you got to watch the video. We're making all kinds of wavy hands and sassy
No, because I
faces.
was talking and she was looking down and I saw the little mountain on the card.
The little mountain. Oi.
Yep.
Actually, it's interesting. He's surfing with the orcas, and then the mountains and Buddha is behind him. So,
Yo.
and then you see the 33. Well, you don't see it, but 33 is a beautiful number in both numerology and in angel numbers. Orca stone. Where are you?
Oh my
Oh, he's
gosh.
over there. I have an orca stone. Um, and it is for a lot of healing too. Oh God, I'm going to look at that later in the orca.
Holy shit.
Hold on, let me
Yeah.
pull up the orca stone.
Yeah, we need
It's
we
over
need the
there.
we need the skinny. The people need the skinny. I need the skinny. Surfing, orcas, Buddha, mountains.
Oh my gosh. Okay, the orca. Hold on, I'm going to get it. I got board shorts on, so party
she
on
she
top.
she covered her
Or yeah,
camera because she's
business
a
on
cuckoo.
top,
She's a
board
because
shorts
she's
on
a
the.
she's a cuckoo bird.
Okay, this is the orca stone. You see, it looks
Oh
like
shit! Yeah,
it's.
is it
And
blue?
it's it's almost like deep sea. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
grayish blue,
Oh,
not a
that's.
black, a grayish blue, and you can see there's a little blue hue around the white.
Mm-hmm.
But I picked up this stone last year and I just felt it. I'm like, oh, that feels good. I didn't even know what it was about. So orca stone, also known as orca agate, is a powerful crystal of emotional healing, inner peace, and truth. Named after the majestic orca whale, it is celebrated as a stone of forgiveness and is highly valued for helping you release deep-seated traumas, lingering resentments, and self-doubt. Well, so
Well,
let's say we have orcas here. It tells us to go into our sacred realm, and sacred space to tune into the portal of our heart. And we were talking about the mirror thing. All of these things are connected.
OMFG.
Yeah, we got an F in there.
Wow.
This magic stuff, there's something going on. Oh, look, there's two symphonies up there.
Well, yeah, your note taker thing says,
Oh,
yeah,
that's amazing. Oh, you're gone now.
yeah.
Um,
That's so rad.
it is, and that I'm definitely doing this exercise to see what happens. I know I might be ranting later on text message about what happened.
No, that yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you guys try this out too. Just go to the bathroom, shut the door. You got the mirror there.
Mhm.
Look yourself in the eye. Don't look somewhere else. Don't look at your nose, your lips. Look in your eyes, into your soul, and you talk to yourself and you say these things.
Yeah.
Why not me?
Why not me?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. Like that. I just, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no words. I have
And
no words.
it's stuff like that. Those three different things synchronizing together that help renew my my path forward, like in my thought process on that. Like, okay, Jamie,
Yeah.
you got to keep going with this. It's just too synchronous.
Yeah. There's too many things. There's too many things. There's too
Yeah,
many.
it's too
The
much magic
information
to
is
be had.
overload. It's information overload. They're like, hello, what else do you need?
Yeah, yeah, and yeah,
And
yeah.
that's for both of us, not just you, because like I literally my mouth is agape. Like I'm just fucking beyond it.
Orca
Beyond.
stone. We need to find you an orca
I
stone.
need one. Oh
I
yes.
know where to get them. At the Healing Hedge, they have orca stones
They
there.
do. I have never seen that ever in my life. It
It
is
looks like a
stunning. It looks like a whale. Yeah.
no. And they have giant ones too with the big eye. It looks like a big white eye in there. It's pretty cool.
Oh
But it
yeah.
just at least when I pick it up, I got the palm stone on purpose because
Mm-hmm.
whenever there's something that I want to like feel support or some love or just feel better, like a comfort,
Yeah.
I go for a palm stone. Oh, it just seems to be my preference because I want to hold it in my hands, like squeeze my hands and like hold it to me, sort of thing.
Yeah.
That makes me feel good. Um, Everybody's different, so
Mm-hmm.
I chose the palm stone for it. Um, yeah,
I
and
like that. So I'm gonna tell you a little thing.
you tell me.
I didn't know there was the sizes of like a palm stone and the tower. Like I knew the tower and the little bits. I didn't know that they made them into palm stone to
The little
actually
bits,
hold them.
humbled
Like
stones, girl, not the little bits, the little bits and the bits and bits. Itty bitty bits. Okay, I got some
yeah,
for you here. Oh,
I had no clue. I didn't know that
see
was a
this one
reason. Yeah, no clue.
for your thumb. This is a worry stone.
I love house. Yeah, I had
The thumb
no.
like that, and then we
Okay,
have
so we need another
shapes like
episode
this.
of the shapes and the situation because I have no I had no
Ooh,
idea.
look at that sassy little devil.
Labradorite, nice.
A lot of flair. But yes, we'll have another one. But there are different ones for different stuff.
Had no clue. No clue.
Okay. Well, put it on the list.
Put it on the list.
I'm
All
ready.
right.
Let's
I
do
love
it.
it. I love it. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you are able to do the homework. I said it.
You gave homework.
The
Here we
homework
go.
that we have provided is looking to the mirror or looking into your phone and recording. I like the recording only because I forget things. So I
As
like to
long as there's a
record.
camera on it, because I want you to look into your eyes.
Yes, yes, yes. This
Yeah.
is what I
All
mean.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
Record
just the
on your.
audio, baby.
No, no, not just the audio. We have a full video situation. Nobody is going to see this, guys. This is just for
Yeah.
you. Record it. Ask the questions. Why not me?
And everything you feel is valid. You write
Mhm.
that down, it's data. So don't feel any sort of way, negative or otherwise, just data. You got this.
Yeah, I love it. All right, guys. Awesome. Till next time. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. Please remember to rate and review and also follow us on the gram. So we're on Instagram, Facebook, also on Spotify, and wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. See you next time.